You might think you're strong, smart, unshakable, but what happens when the ocean throws a wall of water taller than the Eiffel Tower straight at you? No warning, no second chance. These aren't storm waves, they're vertical monsters, hundreds of feet high. Here are the 5 biggest tsunami waves in history and what happened when they hit. Number 5, October 17, 2015, Icy Bay, Alaska. Imagine you're hiking along a remote fjord in Alaska, enjoying the stillness of nature. You hear a rumble. Then suddenly, the entire face of a mountain collapses into the water. That landslide displaced so much mass that it launched a 633-foot wave through Fjord. That's twice the height of the Statue of Liberty, nearly the same size as the Washington Monument, and taller than most downtown skyscrapers. If you were standing on the beach, you wouldn't be looking across the wave. You'd be looking straight up at it, like a moving cliff. Glacial retreat had destabilized the slopes. When gravity finally won, the mountainside plunged into the water like a bomb. The result? A wall of water raced 37 miles down the bay, shredding 8 square miles of forest. It happened in 90 seconds. No humans died, but only because no one was nearby. If they had been, they wouldn't even have had time to scream. Number 4, Greenland tsunami, Karrat Fjord, 2017. It happened in one of the coldest, quietest corners of the Earth, but the wave it unleashed was anything but quiet. On June 17, 2017, a massive landslide tore off a mountainside near Karrat Fjord, Greenland, and plunged straight into the icy water. The result? A 295-foot tsunami slammed into the fishing village of hugetsunami like a freight train of water and rock. To visualize that height, it's roughly the size of the Statue of Liberty, including its base. This wasn't a wave you surf. This was a vertical wall of freezing black Arctic water, and it was caught on camera. Residents managed to record the horrifying moment the ocean rushed inland and swallowed homes whole. 11 buildings were destroyed, 4 people were killed, dozens were left in shock. Scientists later revealed the chilling cause. Permafrost thaw and climate change had loosened the mountain slope. The warming Arctic isn't just melting ice, it's destabilizing entire landscapes. This wave wasn't born in the ocean. It was born in a crumbling, overheated mountain. And it's a terrifying warning. The next monster wave might come from where you least expect it. Number 3, March 11th, 2011, Tohoku, Japan. This wasn't just tall, this was fast, wide, and relentless. At 2:46 p.m., a 9.0 magnitude earthquake off Japan's east coast snapped the seafloor upward by 50 meters, triggering a tsunami that screamed toward the coast at over 500 miles per hour, as fast as a passenger jet. Some waves reached 132 feet, as tall as a 12-story building, or a little shorter than the Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil. But it wasn't the height alone, it was the force. Concrete buildings folded like paper, seawalls shattered, cars floated like bath toys, towns like Minami-Sanriku simply vanished, entire neighborhoods gone in minutes. More than 15,500 people died. And then came the second terror. The wave knocked out the cooling system at Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant, causing a triple meltdown and releasing radioactive material across land and sea. Japan had tsunami defenses. There weren't enough, because this wasn't a normal wave. This was a seafloor explosion, wrapped in water and coming for blood. Number 2, December 26, 2004, Indian Ocean tsunami. Imagine you're on a beach in Thailand, sipping coconut water. The tide suddenly pulls back. Curious tourists walk out to take photos. Then you see it, a 100-foot black wall stretching across the entire horizon, racing towards you faster than any car. It struck without mercy. Indonesia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, all hit within hours. Even Somalia and South Africa, thousands of miles away, felt its wrath. 230,000 people died. 11 countries were left in shock. The wave didn't just rise high. It never stopped coming, wave after wave. A full-scale oceanic assault. Cities like Banda Aceh were leveled. Trains were derailed. Bodies floated inland for miles. And the reason? A 9.1 magnitude megathrust earthquake. The Indian plate slipped under the Burma plate and shoved trillions of gallons of water up like a slingshot. There was no warning system in place. Nothing to alert anyone. This wasn't a natural disaster. This was a global trauma. And that 100-foot wave? That's the height of Big Ben in London. Or the Statue of Unity's chest in India. Now imagine that wave carrying buildings, cars, trees, and slamming into you with the strength of 1,000 battering rams. Number 1. Mount St. Helens, Spirit Lake Tsunami, 1980. Most people remember the eruption. Few remember the wave it created. On May 18, 1980, Mount St. Helens erupted with the force of 24 megatons of TNT. The blast triggered the largest landslide in recorded human history, sending an avalanche of volcanic rock plunging into Spirit Lake. The displaced water had nowhere to go, except up. The impact created a tsunami over 860 feet tall. That's taller than the Eiffel Tower, and almost as high as the Petronas Twin Towers. Imagine a wall of water that size erupting from a forest lake, ripping across the landscape in seconds. The wave ripped out millions of trees, scattering them across the lake's surface. Logs still float there today, a ghostly reminder of that moment. This wasn't a typical tsunami. There was no ocean involved.
Now we've got an eruption down here. Now we've got a big slide coming off. The slide is coming off of the west slope. Now we got a whole great big eruption out of the crater. And we got another that opened up on the west side, a whole west side, northwest side is slides down. West section and north section blowing up, flying it's coming up over the ridge towards me. I'm going to back out of here. And the camper and the car setting over to the south of me is covered. They're going to get me too. Get out of here.
Just gravity, volcanic force, and sheer geological violence. There's no dramatic video from 1980, but there are satellite images, diagrams, and survivor stories that make your skin crawl. Because if a calm, peaceful lake can turn into a wave that could wipe out an entire skyline, then nowhere is truly safe.